Yeah, it's going to be interesting. So we got Cancer first. Let's see what the Cancers are doing right now in their love lives. All right. First card that we got for Cancer is the Two of Cups in reversed. The Ten of Pentacles in reversed is the challenge. Your overall is the Seven of Pentacles. That's kind of crazy. We just saw the Seven of Pentacles reversed. We just saw the Ten of Pentacles upright. We didn't get that Two of Cups so reversed. The Soulmate card reversed. The way that we get through the challenge, Cancer, is the Knight of Cups in reversed. So there's definitely a soulmate issue here, feeling disconnected from a soul, or just the total like non-connection anymore emotionally, or, you know, Cancer, you know, feeling like you're, you know, this is definitely the search for the soulmate if you're alone, like, and feeling like it's not found, and almost wanting to give up, or not feeling like anybody's on mostly the same page. Two, this is also where, you know, this is where the big question's going to be. It's like, is this really this week? Like, is your reality really mixing well with this? Is this your soulmate? Are you guys on the same emotional page at all? Ten of Pentacles reversed is showing as the challenge is like nothing has been really built anymore. Like the challenge is realizing, I think, that like the illusion that you built something together, but it didn't go where you wanted it to go. And I think that, you know, that's a hard challenge, because I think it's like, it's almost like, look at this fortress we have. It's like, there's no fortress there. You know? Or it's didn't realize that you had a fortress the whole time too. And that, but is it a fortress if there's no emotion? And the emotion's connected more to what's being built opposed to like the actual person. This overall here, the Seven of Pentacles, is, I mean, this has to deal with the deceit, the lies, the tricks. Or actually, it's not swords, it's Pentacles. Thank God. I was wondering. I was like, that would have been weird. But this is where you have to realize, like, you have to put work in. And the only way you get your investment in life is when you put your work in. And, you know, what are you getting in your return? Are you getting the return that you need in relationships? Because whatever the situation here is, you got the Knight of Cups in reverse to get through this whole challenge of like building. It's like, you need to stop being so emotionally stuck on something that's nothing at all. That's what's the craziness. It's like overemphasis on something that is really like, it's like grabbing onto just the most bare minimum and giving it all the weight in the world. Why is that Two of Cups coming up here? The Emperor card. Well, I mean, I think that the Emperor gets what it wants. Maybe you're trying to force yourself to get the way that you want, but it's also a very ego card. I mean, even in this deck, like, there's pills of ego. I feel like, you know, this could be both ways. Maybe the person you're dealing with has such a big ego that they can't connect emotionally with you. Two, maybe your ego and how you want things emotionally is pushing things and pushing them away. Or your guys' identity centers are just not even close to alignment, whether you're single or not, or whoever you're trying to date, or whatever's coming up. But, you know, this also is like, okay, there's work here and there's work to do, but it's like, has the investment paid out? Like, how long do you just keep investing until like you're in a GameStop situation, you know? Like, you know, the Death card. Wow. So this is where it's like, you gotta realize that there's some investment here that's just no longer working. And the solution to that, I mean, you got the air element, so, you know, the communication, the environment you're in, there's definitely some communication issues. But again, I'm gonna be honest, because I thought that was Seven of Swords, and my guys immediately were saying there was some shadiness. It's almost like I just feel like the shadiness is not communicating the truth, and there's a lot of false, like, egoic, like, it's almost like, you know, I'm gonna say this, Cancer, it's almost like, you know, for those that are really connected to something, and they're like, oh my God, it's like you're more attached to the ego so much that you're communicating to the world. It's like how, like, you know, the pictures are on Facebook and all that stuff. That's more, you're more connected to that instead of the reality of like, I'm not really into this, but like, at least I'm showing that I have something. And I think if you're single, it's almost like how you communicate. It's almost like you don't want to come off as a tyrant, and that's not going to be able to be communicated with very well. You got the talisman. So yeah, it's like opening the key to the right door. It's almost like, you know, it's like, I feel like, you know, there's a great opportunity in life to open the key to the real world that you want, you know, and maybe you fucked that up. Maybe you had the key and you never used it, or maybe, you know, finally the key's here and you're trying to use the key on something that's just not going to build anything, or it doesn't even hold the door that actually the key's for. This is definitely the talisman is definitely a card that has to deal with a very divinely guided and very higher, you know, energy doorway. And I feel that the air coming in with this is like start to think about really where is where is the door that you can unlock, that you can really go, that actually is going to be real. The shadow that you pulled up is the fated for suffering with the death card and the 7 of Pentacles. Like, these are just investments gone bad that you have to start to take the truth about. I don't know how to be more real about you with it. This is shattered reality beginning. And everybody's been wondering for the last probably month and a half, 2 months, why the Leo King saying 2021 is shattered reality? Because, you know, the reality just keeps getting shattered, and here's the beginnings of it. And this is where cancers are sitting, is maybe the shadow is that you feel like you're always fated to suffer. You're suffering yourself because you're creating the fate of that suffering by staying in non-fated, situations that you needed to have end, that you needed to have, you know, but you don't end it. So you suffer through that. Oh gosh. Really? Christmas. Is it? Yeah. No, 6th house, Neptune. Why don't you give your little thoughts and I'll do the card. Or the last day.
Well, I think you definitely touched on it with that air element, the key, you know. I think communication is definitely going to be key with this, and kind of shaking it up a bit. We all get kind of put in this stagnant place in life. You know, it's easy to fall into, and it's easy to just kind of go about the day-to-day basics and just kind of go through the motions. And I think really laying all, you know, maybe the griefs, but also the appreciations as well, because there's always going to be some sort of appreciation, even within some dark moments or within some dark times. And that's what you kind of need to be able to find and pull out and present to the table if you do want to continue with it. If you don't, you know, that's a whole nother story. But at least embrace the happy times and embrace the strength and embrace the knowingness that you're going to get from pulling out from this. So what it is that you do and what it is the time that you're going to be able to spend with yourself is you're going to be able to apply that knowingness too. You're going to be able to apply a certain almost destiny or certain fated events, because then you can put forth your focus into that energy. You can put forth that focus back into yourself. You know, maybe it's been a while since you've sit down and like actually had that truth, you know, looked into the mirror and hold yourself accountable. There's a gentleman that I've talked about many times, David Goggins. He talks about having that accountability mirror, looking into that. Because at the end of the day, you're the only person that's going to be able to hold yourself to the, you know, to the promises that you're making to yourself and to the promises that you're making to your partner as well. They're not going to be able to hold it to. Maybe your love for them or your appreciation for them or respect for them is going to hold you in line. But when it comes down to it, it's only going to be your truth and your ability to stand strong within every moment. How you doing over there, my friend?
I'm cold.
Yeah. A little crispy.
Yeah. Libra, Neptune, 6th house. So these are relationship reality delusions that need to be cleared up, and there's something amiss here. It's almost like, yeah, no, things are working, but there's no more oil in the engine, and it's about to pop. And it also means that too much criticism or living your life in a certain way with the illusion that the relationships can be that exact way, when it's like, it's too much precision that's not precise. It's too much, it's gotta be this way when it needs to be more free and open, and like, this is strangulating to me. It's like the delusion of strangulation, when it's about the freedom to not be so like, I'm just gonna just say it, just like a little critical little bitch, like that energy has to end, whether that's your partner, whether that's you.